Good morning, guys. It's Jules. Thanks for coming along for another Stitch with Me. If you're new to the Stitch with Me's, this is basically where I spend the next, well, just this whole video, however long it is, stitching at a very close angle. You can see exactly what I'm doing. But for the rest of the folks here that are stitching along with me, we just all stitch. And folks ask me questions, which I answer in my interlude videos that come out tomorrow. And we'll have one big happy family. One big happy family. And I know you guys can see what I'm doing. At least I think you can. What do you think I'm doing? I'm doing Ronnie Rowe. Doing the U.S. Capitol Ronnie Rowe. And super excited about it. This is my 4th Ronnie Rowe project. And I am just ridiculously happy about being able to get this thing started finally. I'm so happy. Now I just got to make sure I can remember how to do this. Hold on, folks. Can go down through the bottom left, up through the upper right. Got to come up with a song for that. Through the hoop, through the loop, through the loopy loopy loop, and back go around in the upper right. Do 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 do. Boom, and that's the loop method. Yeah, that's really not a good song at all. All right, let me adjust my glasses. Oh, guys. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, 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 happy. All right, I made it there, but I'm actually going to start my stitching right here. There we go. We just took some of the dogs to the dog park, and it's a really nice morning. It's really beautiful. It's not too cold, but it was a ton of fun. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, who got to go? Let's see. Zuzu, of course. Bailey, of course. And then this time we took Topher with us. Topher has... I'm not trying to think if I've ever taken Topher to the dog park. I think I tried to take him back before my husband came along, but with just me, and I can't remember. It just didn't work out all that well. But we basically managed between us, and a lot of what we did was we just walked far apart from each other, and the dogs would run back and forth from one person to the other, which was great because that means that Zuzu is getting some exercise, which is what she needs. But Topher's getting some too, because he's a little chunk right now. He likes to sleep a lot. You can hear the little birdies talking to themselves. I don't have them uncovered yet. It's only about 8:30. I didn't want to uncover them for the video. Oh, they're talkative. Sorry, guys, but they're talking. Anyway, so that was fun. So we went there for a little bit. Everybody's now tired, sleeping. Gonna film this video, gonna upload it, gonna work on uploading the splicing together and editing together the video for the dog park. Got some football to watch today. Got my Bears to watch today. Got to put some posts up on the blog today. Let's talk about the blog for a second. So I've been kind of switching it up a little bit. I'm still trying to find my way with this blog, but I'm trying to write more articles that I think people would enjoy about cross-stitching in general. And so doing that, plus trying to write some informational articles, you know, like some guides and stuff. You know, trying to answer some basic questions that I get a lot in the on my videos and stuff. So oh yeah, and for those of you guys who watched my How to Soften Your Aida, you notice how I didn't soften this Aida. I did this on purpose because one of the things that I have grown to love about doing like a Ronnie Rowe type project is feeling the fabric soften over time. Because there just comes a point where you just realize, oh my gosh, this is so soft now. And right now it's a little bit of a pain because it just kind of, it's like wrapping paper. It just wants to be everywhere. But It'll be okay. It'll be okay. But I thought you guys would love, all you people that got all your new Ronnie Rows would love to watch while you stitch on your Ronnie Rows. Stitch on your Ronnie Rows. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see, what else I did this week? I worked on Old World Map 2. I need to put a blog post up about that and explain that a little bit. Because what I did was, I don't call it cheating. I call it maximizing my time. And what I did, birds, sailor, sailor, sailor. He's not listening this morning. Maybe someday I'll voice over these, but that'll just take twice as long if I voice over the video. But I think I might switch and start doing the videos in the bedroom, though. Back where I first started doing the videos, but I'll just get a different setup, and it'll still look like this. Hopefully the picture might even be closer. We'll see. But where am I? But that way, I don't have the birds in the videos all the time. I know you guys like them and all, but they're being silly right now. I do want to get some video up on these guys. They're photogenic to the nth degree. Carter's doing pretty good. I should get like a gram scale or something and just weigh him and make sure that he's gaining weight or maintaining his weight. Because it's hard. I mean, I know it looks like somebody's been traipsing through the food. And it looks like he's eating it, but you know, sometimes you just never know. Anyway, so Old World Map 2. Sorry about that. Old World Map 2. You know how I was struggling with trying to finish the one page I was doing? Because I made the mistake again of jumping ahead as I was stitching. And while the first 9/10 of the project went really smoothly and fast, the last 10th is really annoying because I didn't do a good job of whatchamacallit, getting that done. What am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I didn't do a good job of finishing those stitches. So anyway, I was getting frustrated a little bit in trying to fill in those pieces because I was having a hard time figuring out exactly where I was. And so I just decided I filled some in. I filled in about maybe 10 or 20 stitches. And then when I got frustrated, I started stitching on the next page. And in doing so, hold on. Guys, stop. I can't think. So in doing so, I went ahead and I got, so what I'm doing. Oh, wait, how can I explain this? Let me use one of my highlighters here. So say like this is the page that I was doing. What I've done is I've gone into the next page and I've just gridded a little bit. I've only really gridded the first vertical row, and I'm just going to focus on the first vertical row while I try it, because I can like move my stitching over so that vertical row is right here, and everything else I still have to stitch is kind of over here. So while I'm working on finishing the vertical row, making myself feel like I'm making progress, I can fill those in a little bit at a time, and it reduces my level of like, I can't get anything done with that project. So I feel pretty good about that. Feel pretty good. So I'll get some work done on that. Boopy doopy doo. A boopy boopy boo. I'm going to jump down, do a little bit of this next row because it's right here. Right there. Boopy doopy doopy doo. Boopity 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 boo. Anyway, the funny thing is, okay, so this is kind of an interesting thing for me, because the psychology in my mind is such that, let's try to see here. You guys ever like have like a goal to get something done, and then your brain will just kind of find ways to kind of distract you or not have you finish something? That's what my brain's doing right now. So back in, well, all last year, basically, I was getting up at like 5:30, 6:30, had all these things to do. I was working on, I had all kinds of stuff. I don't even remember exactly everything I was doing, but I was doing all kinds of stuff. And right now, I've definitely got a lot of stuff to do, and it is something that can potentially be a very good thing for me. And yet, I'm going to highlight, and yet right now, what my brain is doing is telling me to stay in bed until like 8 o'clock, which is just crazy. I mean, I haven't done that in like a year, and all of a sudden now I'm just like, I'll be laying in bed, and my brain's like, oh, well, do this, read this, think about this for a while. And it's funny because I really feel like there's like a level of my brain that does not want me to try new things or try to be, reach for something that is, I'm trying to make the blog a little bit more well known. I'm trying to, there's just some different things that I'm doing with the business at work, and my brain keeps trying to distract me. And I'm just like, no, brain, don't do that. I'm not listening to you. And so sometimes it's funny how that works. It's like you got to retrain your brain. I've been watching some videos about that, and it's very interesting what people say, because they're like, yeah, it's like, like say if you're trying to diet, or you're trying to, work out, try and lose weight, and you have goals, and the goals are going to be difficult. They're not easy goals. And the end result of those goals would be pretty amazing. I mean, it would be so life-changing if you could accomplish those goals. But yet, your inner brain, like your subconscious, or your, like, I call it like your inner voice, boy, it doesn't want you to succeed sometimes. Some people's, at least mine doesn't. Mine will constantly talk to me about, oh, you don't need to do that. Oh, it's okay, you can do something else. And, oh, look, shiny object, things like that. And, whoops. And it's fascinating in one way, because you're like, wow, I mean, there's a part of me that doesn't want me to do this, because, I don't know, because it's going to be less important. It's that like that insecure part of your head that we all have, that, right when we think we could succeed with something, and then the little insecure part pops up and says, oh, don't even try, you're fine where you're at. Don't change anything. We like how things are going. It's not a good thing. Sometimes I'll tell my brain, I'm like, mind, listen to me. I don't care what you think. This is what we're doing. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to be a little firm with your brain. It's not your brain, though. I know how do I say this? This is going to be complicated. Your mind and your brain are two different things. Your brain, I think, is what you're consciously thinking with it. You're trying to solve problems, you're working on something, but then your mind is that inner voice that wants you to pay attention to it, wants you to get lost in thought, thinking about things like, oh, I'll never be able to do this. Oh, I'm not good enough for that. Oh, you can daydream about it, but you're never going to get it done. And I'm like, mind. Or I should say, brain, get to work. Mind, be quiet. And that's what happens. But you got to tell it. Because your third thing is your will. And your will comes in and says, mind, I'm stronger. Be quiet. Be very, very quiet. Oops, let's see. This way. And then up to the right. Up through the right. then through the loop, loop, doop-be-de-doop-be-de-doop, and back up the right. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that still doesn't, that's not catching at all. That's not going to catch on with the world. But anyway, so. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? The mind and the brain and the will. Gotta tell that mind, be quiet, mind, you're not helping things. As well. Oh, well. So let's see what I've got done. I got done some Old World Map 2. I did a little bit more on the Chicago Bears project because I was just stitching in the same orange color right now. I worked on Reaper a fair bit. I need to get, like I said, I gotta get going on Reaper, so I'm gonna put some pictures up today about that. Got that. I'm thinking, guys, I'm just thinking. No birds. It's gonna be quiet downstairs for quite a while with the dogs all tuckered out the way they are. Okay. So then we come here, and then we're gonna come down here. I'm just thinking, I'll come back up here. I can hear my husband's watching Frozen downstairs. He's not really watching it, he's listening to it. He likes the soundtrack. And, yeah, it's possible I might just come up and watch football up in my little my little tiny little cove that I've made in the bedroom. Watch TV, get a lot of stitching done. The Let It Go song is on right now. But I think it's the one at the end of the movie, but I'm not sure. Boopity boopity boo. There we go. I love working on Ronnie Rowe's. They're just so peaceful, you know? Get a lot of progress done. And it's just awesome. I'm like way over to the side. Stitching. $2019. What's going to be really weird is in a year when it's 2020. 2020 seems so futuristic. Crazy futuristic. I think somebody said something about this is the year of Blade Runner, the old Blade Runner movie from the early 80s, or, whoops, I messed that up a little bit. Can I get that out? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. That is just crazy, though. Trying to think of what else is going on. What else is going on, guys? How y'all doing? It's just been a weird... The holidays just throw everybody off, don't they? They threw me off. Now we're finally getting back into the rhythm of the night. I like my time like this. Of course, we're going on a little trip in a little bit. In a little while, we're gonna go away for a little bit, celebrate the fourth anniversary of our first date, my husband and I, and so we are super excited about it. It still seems unreal that, I don't know, we didn't meet each other until we were in our 40s, so it's just so strange. Just so strange. Last night, I went to bed early, and he came to bed a little bit later, and he apparently had decided not to put... Anyway, the end result was... let's see, Bailey is always out at night, but Zuzu ended up being out, and Coco ended up being out. And we had tried putting Zuzu out, the golden retriever, letting her stay out, because we want her to, like, eventually turn into a bit of a, you know, the watchdog, so to speak. But the problem is that she is a little too much of a watchdog right now, and every little thing makes her bark, and bark for a while. So she has to learn the difference between something that's really bark-worthy and what's not. So anyway, so my husband sort of inadvertently left her out, purposely left Coco out, and then I don't know what time it was, at 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever, and I get woken up by Coco and Zuzu barking, and I sort of realized what happened. My husband was in bed, so I just rolled over and I used my feet and I just pushed him out of bed. Normally, if it was something I had done, or if I knew that he hadn't done it, I would get up and take care of it. But I'm like, you left them out. You're gonna get up and get them out, or get them up. And so he was laughing. Wow, what is that sound from below? Lost another catfish. Another catfish died. It's kind of sad. I mean, they were old. I guess they had been alive for years. Because I was talking to the person that gave them to me, and she was like, "Oh yeah, they had been with them for years, so they're not surprised." I still the Plico, whatever it is, megalodon thing that I have in my one tank. It's supposed to be a peaceful creature. But I've seen it make some moves that makes me wonder if that's the case. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of constantly have to be aware of things in the house. Who's doing what? Mostly just so that everybody's as happy as can be. Boopity boopity boo. Boopity boopity boo. Boop boopy boopy boo. Let's see. Let's go over here. Maybe there. Maybe there. Maybe there. I always like to, sometimes if I'm upstairs, my husband's watching a movie, I always try to figure out what he's watching. He watched that new Netflix movie about, well, the one that had Sandra Bullock in it. I'm not watching it. I'm not a horror thriller kind of person. Have you guys seen it? Do you guys like it? I mean, I like Sandra Bullock, but, well, look at that. I have a whole long thing here I didn't even realize. Oh, well. Here, maybe I'll get that down there. Tuck that in there a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's going to be quite a while before we see anything like what's here. Let's see here. It's scary sounding. I wonder if he's watching that Netflix movie. No. I cannot tell what it is. We've been watching a lot of Simon Pegg movies lately. Could be one of those. We were watching, I always watch, what's it called? At World's End on New Year's Eve. Like, I don't know why, but that just always seems like a New Year's Eve kind of movie to me. It's the one where he's well, anyway, I'm not going to describe it, but it's, I don't know why, I just find it fun. There's a couple of points in the movie that I just are like, I find so funny, and I always have to watch. But we did that, and then we did Shaun of the Dead, which is still absolute favorite. I need to just go ahead and break down and get Dave. Is it Dave? The one where the little alien. Probably. Let's highlight, shall we? Let's highlight. Doop 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 doo. Good gracious. Good gracious. Oh, wrong way. You guys are like, no, don't do it. No. I liked my 4-day weekend, though. It was very productive. Mostly what it did was it gave me a 4-day long chance to reorganize my thoughts. And that was kind of why I came out with the idea of putting more the blog itself can be more than just me saying, hey, look at what I did today kind of thing. I like watching that progress, and I mean, you guys do too, but there's so much more that we could put on there. So much more fun. I mean, because the goal is to, I know I missed that one a little bit. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. Don't worry. The goal is to, people excited about cross stitch. Okay, now I'm just messing up left and right. No. Because cross stitch is amazing. It's the coolest thing ever. I just love working on Ronnie Rowe projects. I do. There's just something, there's no other project that's like it. And it's just, I don't know, there's just something so soothing about it for me. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I was really happy to get a lot of work on the Reaper done yesterday. Really was happy. Making progress. Kept getting distracted by the football games. But and I was totally wrong on both football games, which is awesome. I like it when I like it when I'm, well, I don't like it. Okay, I like it when I'm kind of smug about what I think will happen, and then I'm wrong. Because then it just recorrects my attitude, and it's like, all right, you don't really know what you think you know. I need to get back into hockey a bit more. I've been watching it. Oh, that's what I did. I wonder if that's what just came in. That's what just came in. I had a box downstairs, and I didn't know what it was, but I ordered a headset with a microphone. I might be able to record some audio at some point, but I needed a new one for my computer because my old ones, the dogs kind of got tangled up in the cords one day and ripped it to the point where it bent part of the piece that goes in the computer. I'm hoping it still works. But, so I get some new headphones and do that so that I can watch hockey and listen to hockey while I'm stitching. Because I've been doing that lately too. My blues are still struggling. They're still struggling. I'm not sure what to do about that, but I just got to get used to that, you know? I guess that's how it goes. My bears are doing great, and my blues are doing bad. Usually it's the other way around. So, got to pay my dues. So I've been a Bears fan since I was like 7, I think. Maybe 7. You know, when you're a little kid, and you're like, there's that age where you're kind of, if you like sports, you're sort of impressionable. And so whatever team you happen to be watching a lot of, you know, if it's like your local team, that's kind of the team that you just jump into. And for me, it was the Bears because we lived outside of Chicago for about 3 or 4 years or something when I was a little kid. And I know we moved when I was 9. And so, but the only Chicago fandom that I kept really was the Bears. Basketball, pro basketball was never my thing. And it was like, literally, I think like a year after we left that Michael Jordan was drafted by the Bulls. And that would have been, if I had been a basketball fan, that would have been fun. And I was a Cubs fan for quite a while. But I grew out of baseball. It's so different. And stuff has to happen, which I know seems kind of funny because cross-stitch seems like such a slow endeavor, but stuff is always happening in my cross-stitch, and I can always switch projects, so it's always something different. Baseball, just everything takes so long. And I've just kind of fallen out of love with it. I mean, I definitely watched it for quite a while, but I haven't watched it in forever. Not forever. I mean, I did watch when the Cubs won. I stayed up for that, and I saw when they won, and that was great. But, you know, that would have been a great time to kind of get back into baseball, but I just didn't. I still pay attention to it. I mean, literally, like, I'm watching free agency. I'm watching, you know, I'll read articles about, you know, where's Bryce Harper going to go. I kind of watch, you know, what the Braves and the Rockies are doing. But I just totally, I don't know what I did here. I did something weird. But yeah, that's kind of, I mean, you know, that's just kind of how it is. It's kind of weird. Oh, wrestling. See, that's the thing that I've kind of not been, the wrestling college season has already started, but I haven't been able to catch a lot of it live. I did, I was looking the other day at what was going on. I still need to watch a bunch of matches that I've been missing out on. They just had the Midlands tournament. It's a big preseason tournament. And Spencer Lee lost. No! All the more reason to come out determined. Still support my guy, my little guy. That's part of why I support in football now. That's kind of why I'm so crazy about Baker Mayfield. I swear to God, I feel like if I'd ever had a kid, it would have been Baker Mayfield. The goofiness that he has, and just he's really goofy about a lot of stuff, and he's just so enthusiastic about a lot of stuff. And when I watch him play, I'm just like, yeah, if I had a kid, it would be that guy right there. And so it's part of why I'm like that. And I think Spencer Lee is sort of the same way. He's totally different from Baker, but he's just as confident. I don't know if the confidence really would have been my thing. When I was younger, I was never like that confident, but, well, I guess I was at times in sports, but, you know, we know how that is when you're younger. Usually you're not that confident. But I just like it when people just believe in themselves and they're just confident. There's a difference between cockiness and confidence. You know, trash talking where you're, you know, putting somebody else down. If you need to put somebody else down to make yourself feel good, then you're not confident. You're insecure. If you're confident, you just talk about what you're capable of doing. You don't talk about, you know, the others and whatnot. But anyway, it's my favorite sports month of the year right now. It's January. So many things are going on. But I'm not watching my Blues. And so because they're not the team, I don't know what this team is. This team is so different from any team I've ever watched. And maybe part of it's because I just haven't watched enough of them. But I kind of tend to watch, let's see, who am I watching? I'll watch Toronto, because I do like Austin Matthews as well. I watch Washington. I watch, gosh, who do I watch? I'll watch Buffalo sometimes. My husband likes Detroit, so sometimes we'll catch a Detroit game. Sometimes I just kind of jump around and just kind of see what's going on. Go. I'm really sitting here trying to remember who I usually watch. Oh, Nashville. I watch a fair bit of Nashville. I'm kind of excited about the Seattle franchise coming. And I swear, if they don't name them the Kraken, I'm going to be very disappointed. It's going to be awesome if they call them the Seattle Kraken. That'd be so cool. Release the Kraken. There's some other names floating around that I don't really care for, but I want them to be purple and green. So I think that would be fun. Like purple will be the primary color, and then highlight it with green and white, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but. Oh, remember how I said I wanted my New Year's resolution to be to wear more jerseys? Totally wearing a bunch more jerseys. Almost every day I'm wearing a jersey right now. I think it was definitely my husband getting me the Baker Mayfield jersey. It feels so good. It's just very comfortable. And so I wore that. I've worn that most days. And then today I'll put on my Bears jersey to wear. And then I did wear my Tarasenko jersey when I was watching hockey the other night. And I have an Austin Matthews jersey. And the only one that's really like a semi-official jersey is my Tarasenko jersey. That's an official I want to say it's a replica. I don't know if it's authentic. It's the nicest jersey I have. I bought it straight from the NHL shop. And so back when I first started watching the Blues. And I ordered a cheap Baker Mayfield orange jersey because I like the orange better than any of the other colors. So I'm going to switch off between those two colors. I'm going to come up here and do this part up here. I don't think I have plans to get anything else right now. But, so when I buy the jerseys, literally I don't care too much about if it ends up being like a, comes from China kind of thing. Most of the time they come out and they look pretty darn good. And I don't care that, I just wear them around the house, so I don't care if they're authentic or they just feel good to wear. So, the only one that I got that I didn't like was when they did the World Cup of Hockey a couple years ago before the season started. And that was when I was watching, I was like, all right, I'm going to get into hockey more. I'm going to watch this game, and it's blah, 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 whatever it was. And Austin Matthews scored through 2 goals or whatever. And then I was all like, oh, I got to get an Austin Matthews jersey. Or maybe I didn't think it then, but I was so excited. I remember it was like a Thursday night, and it was Austin Matthews' first, game in Toronto and whatnot. And he comes out, and literally the dude scores, 4 goals in his first game? It was something absolutely ridiculous. And I, literally before the game was over, I had already ordered 2 Austin Matthews jerseys from this site. And I ordered a World Cup of Hockey jersey, and it came, and it was kind of that dark color. And it just, oh my gosh, the quality is so poor. I don't think I've ever worn it. It was so bad. I think I might have given it away. Or donated it to Salvation Army or something. But the patches weren't sewn on. It was part glued, and they were kind of coming off a little bit. The actual Maple Leafs jersey that I got from that same group, that looks pretty good. It's still a replica, but it looks pretty dang good. I'm happy with it. And it's lightweight, so I can still wear it in the warmer times and whatnot. In the warmer times. Oh, I didn't bring that one all the way across, did I? I think I'm just going to leave that. Let that go there. I'll semi-fix it when I come back. We'll see how I fix it. If I fix it. Will I fix it? The world may never know. No, you guys will know. Okay. Ah, snag. See? Oh wait, no, I haven't fixed it yet. But let's see, let's go right here. And I think if I just do this, gosh darn it. Gosh doodly darn it. There we go. Got snagged on that part. Gosh, what is my husband watching downstairs? There's people screaming, and I don't like bad stuff. I shouldn't say bad stuff. I don't like drama for the sake of drama, so I'm not somebody who enjoys like a lot of the popular TV shows that everybody watches, the CSIs and I don't know, Law and Orders and all that stuff. I like to focus on the happy. Always focus on the happy. Oh, that reminds me. I need to tell you guys about, I'm going to put it down below. So my friend who's, I got to take a break a second. My friend who is helping me with the website, old friend, she actually started her own, hold on, I got to go down through here. Got to highlight. I'm getting way ahead of myself here, not highlighting. She is, you know, she does like graphic design, web design, blah, 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 all these different things. But she also does a lot of like t-shirt creations and just a lot of different things. I'm going to actually link her site below here so you guys can check her out. She's just so like ridiculously creative, and the stuff she makes is so cool. It's awesome. Love it. Want some more of it. Oh, and I gotta say, I think from now on, I'm gonna actually do, instead of gridding with the pen, I think I'm gonna actually do it with the pencil, with that gridding pencil that I have, or graphic pencil that I have. That's great for gridding. It just does such a better job, such a more precise job. I mean, this is 18 count fabric that I'm working on right now, but I mean, on 14 count, I don't think it matters a whole lot, but 18 count and smaller is definitely going to benefit from the pencil. Just make it just more precise. More precise. Put this right here. I'm gonna actually do this little section right here. It's funny how the birds settled down. I think they were just excited because I was in here talking. They go through these periods of getting all crazy, and they calm down, they get crazy. Just like little kids, I suppose. Oh, I slipped on my head wrong the other day. Kind of gave myself a little bit of a kink in the neck, which is kind of cool because with my chronic long-term neck issues, I have not, where's that, right here, come back, there you are. I have not, usually kinks in my neck turned into like days-long headaches, but this one hasn't. It's just been in my neck. And I'm trying to work it out. I get into the chiropractor this week. It's probably been, it might end up being like 4 weeks by the time I get in. I need to do some more. I've not been doing my upper back exercises since I kinked my neck, but I'll get back into them as soon as my neck is unkinked. Unkinked. Boopity boopity boo. Yikes. Yoinks. Yoinks. Ooh, stretchy, stretchy. Stretchy, stretchy, stretchy. But yeah, busy day ahead, busy day. Love my Sundays. Sundays are fun days. Busy days, busy days. I did have to work yesterday. Surprisingly, as crazy, as busy as we were. When I got home, I'm like, oh man, I know I'm going to end up taking a nap. I just know it. I just know it. And then like I was almost home and I was sitting in the driveway and I was like, you know what? No, I've got too much to do. And there's football that's coming on. I'm not taking a nap. And I didn't. I was kind of impressed with myself. It's kind of interesting or kind of funny that you would be impressed because you didn't take a nap. I was pretty happy. It was fun. So what am I going to work on today? Whatever today after this. I'm trying to think. I need to pull out baseball and start working on all those little bits and bobs. Finishing up that page. Apothecary Shop, probably. So I'm thinking about changing up. You know, I'm not going to do everything the same way every single week as far as like a weekly update in terms of like what I stitch on. Because I do think that I need to definitely stitch more on certain projects every week. Make more progress on them. Kind of like I did with Reaper, or felt like I did with Reaper. I think that would be a really good thing. Because then it definitely seems like I'm making progress. Making more progress. So when I pulled out Old World Map 2, was it page 13? That's pretty good. Big numbers of pages, big numbers of pages. Doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo, boo-boo. Let's not lose this. Let's not lose this right before the end. Boo, 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 boo. Boopity, boopity, boo. Yikes. Zoinks. Boopity, boopity, boo. Gonna be finishing up here. Just a second here. See if I can squeeze out this little bit of floss. And there, and there. Boop, bitty boop. Ta-da! How much did we get done? Well, we got a little something, something, because then I think we were, where did I start, guys? I started like up here, so we got all this done there. I'm pretty happy about that. I think this is a tree? I can't remember what this part is on this. I need to take a picture of, and I want to actually take a picture of this with the Ronnie Rowe for the front of the thumbnail of this piece. But oh, it's gonna be a good day, guys. Gonna be a good day. We're gonna get a lot of stitching done today. Well, I think that's going to be it for today, though, because since I do have so much to do, I got to go down and start uploading this video. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to record I hope tonight is when I'm going to record the next interlude. I'm going to do that so that I'm not rushed when I do it in the mornings or at lunch sometimes. But yeah, we'll get that done. And I gotta get the other video of the dogs up at the dog park. Everybody's being crazy outside right now, so I'm gonna go down and lay down the law. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.